Chapter 5, Geography, Water. Yes, we have already discussed about water, importance of water and water cycle. Today we talk about movement of oceans. So there are the three type of movements: waves, tides and ocean currents. Now the ocean currents are two types: warm currents and cold current. Now let's understand each movement of ocean in proper way. Let's. Now what is wave? The question is, what is wave? Now you observe when you are playing ball or you throw ball on the beach, that the ball falls into the water, and what happens? It is a fun to watch how the ball gets washed back to the shore by the waves. Okay. So first, everyone know the 22nd March is celebrated as a World Water Day. That day we need to be conserve water and reinforce in different way. We have to be find out the different substitute and alters how to conserve water. So everyone first underline the three broad category of the movement that occur in ocean. These are wave, tides and currents, ocean currents. Let's first talk about waves. Waves are formed when the wind scrape across the ocean surface. The strong the wind blows, the bigger the wind becomes. So yes, the waves is means the falling and down. So the wind which is blow above the surface of the ocean, it forms waves. Only because of this friction of winds on the surface, on the ocean water, that is create waves. So the waves are rise and falls of water on the surface of the ocean caused by wind. When the wind blow over the surface of the ocean, they tend to push the water up and down by friction. So this way the waves caused. Now the disturbance caused by an earthquake on the floor bed of the sea result the formation of high waves, powerful waves on the surface. This wave known as tsunami, which caused widespread destruction on the reaching the coast. You can see here, you can have a look these tsunami, which is struck the coast of Indian Ocean on 26 December 2004. The wave was result of the earthquake, that is its epicenter was 9.0 on the Richter scale. Now the tsunami words come from the Japanese word harbor, waves, as the harbor get destroyed whenever there is tsunami. Now the next movement of ocean, that is tides. Rhythmic rise and fall of ocean water twice. Keep this thing in your mind, twice in a day called tides. It is a high tide when water covers much of the shore by rising to its highest level, and low tide when water falls, not rise, falls, opposite, falls to its lowest level, reduced from the shore. So this is known as low tide. As you can see in this picture, low tide and high tides. High tide when the tides increases the level of water at highest level, and low tide when the tides decrease, its falls, its level of water at its lowest height. Okay, lowest point. So more picture, yes, I can show you. Look at this, low tide and high tide, result of low tide and high tide. Same way you can see the result of high tide and low tide, and this picture also show how the high tide is useful for the fishermen, because in that time, high tide time, the fish come on the surface of the earth, surface of the ocean water. So it is beneficial for fishermen to catch the fish. And here's the low tide. Okay. So now move back to our topic. So now let's understand why these things happen. What is the scientific reason behind it? Okay. So as you know, the strong gravitational pull extracted by sun and moon on the earth's surface cause the height. So tide cause only because of the strong gravitational pull of sun and moon which extract on the surface of the earth. It causes tides. The water of the earth closer to moon, you can see the water of the earth. Here the water of the earth close to the moon. So that part bulge is there. So that bulge show the high tide. The water spread. The moon, only because the moon pulled that water. Okay, the moon gets pulled under the influence of moon's gravitational force and cause high tide. That time, these area of the earth increase its level of water at highest level. So here and there, both opposite sides, the high tides occur. And there the top point and the bottom point, there is low tide. So because of the pull influence, because of the moon influence, the face of the earth which is on the moon side, there is a high tide force. Okay. When the during the full moon and new moon day, the sun, moon are earth in the same line. As you can see, this picture, the sun, moon and earth are in the same line. As we have already drawn on the this map, that where the moon, earth and sun is on same line. So that condition, this cause which kind of tide? It causes spring tides. Fine. Now, when the moon is in its first, here you can see the moon is in its first, and the last quarter, the ocean water get drawn diagonally because it divert its gravitational force. Divert. Here the gravitational force put on the earth equally, combine together. Okay, not equally, combining together, but here it divert their direction. The moon gravitational pull from the other side and the sun gravitational put on the surface of the other side. So that is why the low tide occurs here, and the high tide where the water and moon side. As you know, the moon is close to us comparatively sun. Okay, so the face of the earth which is toward the moon side, there is a high tide cause. So that diagonal shape where the first moon come, then earth and the sun, that is known as nip tide. Now the question, how these tides are helpful for us? Yes, it is helpful for us for many purposes. As I have already shown you through that, it is a good for the fishing purpose, and during the high tide, it is also help to generate electricity. And high tide also helps in navigation. They raise the water, the high tide raise the water level to cross the shore. So this helps the ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. And it also helps to speed the speed of ship, give the natural speed of the ship. Okay, fine, of their journey. In this way, they easily reach at the harbor more easily. And high tide, as I already told you, help us in fishing. And it also rise and fall water due to tides. Tides is being used to generate electricity in some places. Okay, I hope it is understood by all. So let's talk about the next topic, that is currents. Yes. Yes, what is the current? As you know, the 3/4 of the bucket with tap of water, heat the water and cooling at the immersion room on one side of the bucket. On the other side, introduce the ice tray, just remove from the freezer, and add drop of red ink to observe the path of current that process to convection. What this experiment shows? This experiment shows that warm currents move toward the cold current and cold current move toward the warm current. Let us understand through this map. So what is the current? Current is a stream of water, the river of water flowing continuously on the ocean surface in definite direction. This is known as the currents, ocean currents. And these ocean currents are two types, warm current and cold current. Warm current, those are formed and originate on the equator point and they move toward the poles. Same the wind system. And the cold current form the pole points and they move toward the pole to equator. Okay. You can see over here the pic of ocean current. Fine, the river on the ocean. Fine. So let's understand through the map. The cold current carry water from polar to higher latitude to tropical to lower latitude. Like Labrador ocean current is a cold current. And the Gulf Stream is a warm current. The ocean current influences the temperature condition of the area. The warm current bring about warm temperature over the land surface. Warm current originate near the equator and move toward the pole, and the cold current originate near the pole and move toward the equator. The area where the warm and cold current meet provide the best fishing ground in the world. Sea around Japan and eastern coast of North America are the such example. This area where the warm and cold current meet also experience foggy weather and which is make difficult for navigation. So you can see through this diagram, you can see these are warm current. They move toward the, look at here, they move toward the pole. Am I right? All warm currents move toward the pole. Okay. Now have a look the cold currents. Yes, you can see the cold current move toward the equator. Warm current move toward the pole and cold current move toward the equator. Fine, everyone? Okay. Now everyone please underline the few currents like Labrador cold current, California cold current, Oceania cold current. Now warm current, Gulf Stream warm current, Okay. Alaska current. Peru is a cold current. Underline everyone. I hope it is understood by all.